10 extremely strange phobias. Number 10. Fear of being tickled by feathers. For many, feather play is a sensual activity that many couples enjoy, especially after the release of the popular fiction novel 50 Shades of Grey. But not everyone feels that way. People with tronophobia have an abnormal and unwarranted fear of being tickled, caressed, or even gently touched with a feather. It is said that certain childhood events such as tickling a baby can lead to this fear, as the child may feel trapped. Number 9. Fear of being buried alive. While it would seem off why people would fear being buried alive, let's just remember that safety coffins, a coffin fitted with a mechanism to prevent premature burial, was only recently removed. Number 8. Fear of Friday the 13th. For many Italians, Friday the 13th is a lucky day. But in English, German, Polish, Bulgarian, and Portuguese-speaking cultures, it is said to be unlucky and even evil. It is said that the fear traces its roots all the way back to the biblical times, when the 13th guest at the Last Supper betrayed Jesus and caused his crucifixion, which, as you've guessed, was on a Friday. Number 7. Fear of work. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just grab some Kool-Aid, Dunkaroos, and watch Sagwa the Chinese Siamese cat for the rest of your life? Ergasiophobics agree. This is the persistent and abnormal fear of working, labor, non-labor, and even looking for a job. Number 6. Fear of the mother-in-law. One time or another, we have all suffered from this terrible fear. This creature is sometimes nice, sometimes disapproving, depends on your climate, choice of mate, and of course your history with her. This fear is one so common in Western society that it frequently appears in movies and other forms of entertainment. Of the many available therapies for this illness of the mind, divorce seems to be the most popular. Number 5. Fear of dinner conversation. Now admittedly, some dinner conversations can be very awkward, but some people are so terrified of the idea of speaking to another person over dinner that they avoid dining out situations altogether. In times gone by, there were strict rules of etiquette that helped a person to deal with these situations, but they are sadly mostly forgotten. In today's society, in which rules, formality are all out the window, it is possible that the more controlled nature of a dinner party may lie partly behind this phobia. Number 4. Fear of mirrors. Isotrophobia is the fear of mirrors in a broad sense, or more specifically, the fear of being put into contact with the spiritual world through a mirror. Sufferers experience undue anxiety even though they realize their fear is irrational. Because their fear is often grounded in superstitions, they may worry that breaking a mirror will bring bad luck, or that looking into a mirror will put them in contact with a supernatural world inside the glass. After writing this list, I realized I suffer from a minor form of this disorder in that I don't like to look in the mirror without makeup on. Number 3. Fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. I must say that finding information on this disorder is extremely difficult, which does make me wonder if it is perhaps the figment of an overactive imagination. But it is definitely bizarre and fairly well known, so it seems to deserve a place here. This disorder seems to be a fear that is easily worked around. Don't buy peanut butter. However, for a child who is forced to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day, one can see how it might cause severe trauma in later life. Here is the testimony of one alleged sufferer. Whenever I'm around peanut butter, I start to sweat excessively, and my body starts convulsing. The roof of my mouth becomes coarse and itchy, and I cannot live with this fear anymore. My thirst for peanut butter must be quenched without me going into full-blown attack. Number 2. Fear of beautiful women. Most of us have been rejected one time or another by a beautiful woman. Unless you're the dude from the Notebook, then every woman wants you. But that's not the case for venestrophobics. It is said that they have gone through some traumatic experience that has led to this fear. Symptoms include sweating, excessive heartbeat, and breathlessness around beautiful women. So girls, if a guy looks like he's having a seizure around you, just take it as a compliment. Number 1, fear of erections. Each year, this surprisingly common phobia causes countless people needless distress. To add insult to an already distressing condition, most fear of erection therapies take months or years and sometimes even require the patient to be exposed repeatedly to their fear.